Vince, Derby disaster. We should have had all 3 points, right?
Yeah, 1-1 draw. Tough.
Tough? Tough, that's it? We're 4 points below the playoff line.
And Minnesota and Vancouver have games in hand.
But that's what I'm saying. 6 games left to save the season. If we don't win them all, we might miss playoffs for the first time, ever. Okay, how are you so calm? Why am I the only one that's angry? Jay, okay, we're not gonna make it. Do you understand?
I understand that you need to chill. This is Tigers. Limited edition, fool. Anyway,
You know what, Connor? You don't pay me to listen to your issues. This sounds like a Dr. Darby problem.
You're right. I mean, I should call him. He's always been there for me. He probably has all the answers.
Hello, you've reached Dr. Darby, football therapist. Per FIFA rules, I'm currently out of office.
Damn you, international break. Damn you!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the 110 Football Show in partnership with Adidas. I'm Vince LaRosa, and here with me to take you through a thrilling derby showdown between LAFC and the Galaxy, this is Connor Klops.
Nope. No.
All right, dude, what are you doing? We've been over this. Why are you on your phone? The show started.
Well, Dr. Darby's away, so I'm looking for a new football therapist. It's online now.
Well, at least you have the entire international break to find one, right?
Oh, God, not that.
Okay, well, let's focus on the task at hand right now. Let's get right to the derby highlights.
Highlights of this terrible game.
Look at that. That's incredible. 3 hours before the match, too.
Is that Julio Ramos?
Yeah, that is Julio Ramos.
Great guy.
We'll see him later in person.
We will?
Yes, we will.
Oh. This was fun to watch. I got really excited for this.
Incredible.
Mamadou
just jumps over everybody. Another team of the week for him, too.
Fan favorite. Come on now.
Easy.
What a ball from Victor Vazquez.
Vazquez was running the show a lot in that first half, and we're going to break it down at the board, but
also,
it was not good.
Granzier is so bad. The fact that he was able to get a goal.
I know. Every guy that I say is terrible does things against us. I hate it.
Just learn to be quiet.
Yep. This was stupid. He wasn't really going anywhere. You know what you did.
It was a clumsy tackle, but it's okay.
Clumsy. Well, that's what gets you a yellow card. This is premeditated, and he should have known he already had a yellow. He got very lucky here.
Oh, look at this tantrum.
Bounce the ball. You get yellows for that, too.
Hey, on the bright side, Chicharito didn't score in the El Trafico.
He didn't do much. That was actually the most active he was all game. This was such a nice counterattack.
Great from Sifu. This is great influential play.
Really did everything right there, honestly. Bond just gets a fingertip to that. And then this is how you make up for not calling that double yellow. You miss his penalty. Penalty, right?
That's a pen. That's a pen. Look at that.
Jorge Campos was in our suite. I looked at him and he went like this. So he knew.
I like the moose, standing up for what's right.
Chicho?
Chicho.
Chicho is what's right. Ooh, there's a lot wrong about these standings.
I feel like this is redundant at this point. It's the same thing every week.
Well, if we keep drawing, we're not going to move up them, and yeah, we're in ninth. And
Vancouver moving up the standings.
With the
Canada.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Now do you understand why I was so upset earlier?
Oh, I get it. I'm just trying to move us along through the show. Speaking of, Uncle Jay, can you tell everyone what's coming up on the rest of the episode?
I got you, Vince. Connor, this weekend was a wet sobbing up, but we didn't lose. Still got 1 point. So, no hay pedo, homie. There's still hope. We're going to catch that playoff line, bro. Let's go. Coming up, we're joined by one of the jefes of the District 9 Ultras, Julio Ramos, to debut a new segment. Oh, la, 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 la. LAFC players tell us their favorite chant from the 32-52, and Eli pumps the tires of the Timbers in the West. But first, Connor and Vince are at the touchscreen to dive deep to last weekend's brutal draw with the Galaxy.
Regardless of where the teams are in the table, the match between LAFC and the Galaxy are always must watch. Vince, you're going to take us through kind of what went wrong in the first half, as well as the changes that Bob Bradley made for the rest of the match.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The football on display wasn't the best from either team, and despite opening the scoring, LAFC looked bit off in that first half. But like you said, Bob made changes at halftime to give LAFC a bit more control over the match. So let's break it down.
Let's do it.
Let's do what we
nitty gritty. Let's do what we do.
This is a clearance. LAFC is trying to get out, and it seems like nothing. But as we stop it here, this is what bothers me when I watch this play: is the shape of our midfield is no shape at all.
Look
They're
at that.
not guarding the field. They're not putting pressure, and a smart player like Victor Vazquez is going to tear you apart when you do that. So as we run it,
Channel's just way too open.
he doesn't even have to make a run. That
No,
entry
he
pass
just stands there.
is way too simple into the box.
And then that space forces our defense to be that last line of
Right.
defense when we could prevent it.
And that time it worked out. This time it won't, because one, the press gets broken. Raheem jumps it a little bit too early. And then they can just pick their spots. There's Victor Vazquez again. Let's stop it. Here's your midfield again. All three of them have been bypassed.
All of them on one side.
They are all of them on one side. They wanted to try to keep the Galaxy to one side, but again, a smart player like Victor Vazquez is going to find the space, and as we run it, he finds the space, time to pick up his head, time to pick a pass.
And then defensive error on Latif Blessing's part. But, you know, that could have been prevented if we weren't
If
drifting
we
so
would have been
far.
tighter on Victor Vazquez. So Bob makes a change, and he talks about taking out Danny Cristosimo and bringing Edward Atuesta back deeper into the play. I wanted to show
With
you
Poncho.
this. In with Poncho, as a partnership with Poncho. I wanted to show you this because he creates from deep. This is a chance less than a minute into the second half.
Yeah.
So it already worked out in possession. Bob focused on that. I want to focus on the defensive side. So here's Atuesta already pressuring Vazquez, forcing him to send a deep ball switch to the side. And then as we stop it, look at this shape.
Much better than
I like this.
Much
And
better than before.
even here, guarding the center of the field, much better than before. So as we run it, they got to go back again. They got to try to find a guy, and they're just basically going into pressure.
Look at that. Oh, what's he doing? That was weird.
Bad cross.
Garbage cross.
Bad cross.
Garbage cross.
So again, Atuesta in a partnership, he's
This
already on him, already pressured. And that forces Vazquez to just kind of lay the ball off. And again, look what happens.
Yeah. No, not as lethal chances.
No, he's not getting in between the lines. He's basically just recycling the ball. And right after that, actually, Greg Vanney subbed Vazquez off. So Bob's change forced Vanney to make a change. Like I said, they had a greater control over the match as a whole, both offensively and defensively.
Well, Vince, thank you once again, taking us through it. It helps me understand the game just a little bit more. Anyway, let's keep this derby content going through. 13 buses full of LAFC supporters made their way down the 110 this weekend. 750 members of the 3252 made their voices heard amongst a sellout crowd of 25,000 people.
That's right. We know the 3252 energizes LAFC players on the pitch and that they hear them loud and clear. So we asked players, what is your favorite 3252 chant? Here's what they had to say in this week's LAFC Class of 21.
What's your favorite 3252 chant?
I don't have a favorite. They're all probably solid. They're all solid.
Jump for LA Football Club, ole. Because you can see all the fans jumping.
Call to arms. It's gotta be. Ooh! Ah! They're moving. It's a great tune. I do it with my family. It's awesome. Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
You like to win.
Yeah. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Especially after a dub.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong.
it's different.
Yeah, for sure.
110 Football, in partnership with Adidas.
Calling our next guest a day one supporter wouldn't do him justice. Julio Ramos was here before LAFC had a stadium, players, a badge, even a name. And he's going to pass on that support for generations to come.
That's why we're here working with Julio on a series of features that focus on Los Angeles and LAFC from a different perspective. Chiva Mayor is here to help introduce the first of a new series of segments. Welcome, Julio, to the 110 Football set.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very proud to be part of 110 Football, presenting this feature of different segments of obviously called Barrio Angelino. Barrio Angelino is going to be a segment that represents football outside of the pitch, because football is not just the 90 minutes in the stadium. Football goes above and beyond. Behind everything you see, there's people very committed, not just to the sport, but also to the city. So we want to bring that to the rest of our community to see it. And in this first segment, you're going to see an artist, Robert Vargas.
Oh, that's very interesting. I'm surprised because traditionally maybe we'd do a piece on a footballer. What's the importance of having an artist as the first segment?
Robert Vargas is a very proud Angelino that represents us all around the world with his murals. He's always all in for the community. He's a person that is always representing what we do as Angelinos and always bringing it to the max. So Robert Vargas has the honor to be the first one in Barrio Angelino. Y esto es el Barrio Angelino.
Everything that I'm doing is happening here in the moment, and it's really just a snapshot of the moment that we're in. I select random people from the community here to be a part of my process based on intuition and rhythm, and have them be a part of something that's real.
I never had my purses taken before. I feel like Mona Lisa.
Oh, yay! The city of Los Angeles, by resolution, has declared September 8th as Robert Vargas Day in the city of Los Angeles.
I have seen enough of the world to know that it has always been you. I return to you with open arms, my beautiful city, Los Angeles.
This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Inspiration is all around. I don't see any separation between myself and Los Angeles. The geographical landscape allows art, outdoor art, to breathe. And that's why Los Angeles is the mural capital of the world.
When it comes to my murals, very much like my portrait work that are done here on the street, they're inspired by the people that inhabit the communities in which I paint these murals in.
So the way I approach my work is similar to what I saw growing up with my parents just clocking in and doing work. It's something that I've always admired from them, and it's something that I've applied in the way I see my work through from beginning to end. That's where the Can't Stop, Won't Stop comes from. It's a very real thing. So currently I am painting the largest mural in the world by a single artist that, when complete, is going to be a Guinness World Record right here in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, right here in my backyard where I grew up. I am extremely excited to be able to tell not only LA's story through this piece, but also my story as an Angelino. My inspirations as an artist always come from people who do other creative things. You know, music, fashion, set design, the cinema, you know, sports figures. Passion is the key. Not only does my art bring people together in a city like Los Angeles, but sports does as well. I definitely believe the connections in football and the fan base is definitely an art form in itself. Being in the North End recently, seeing and feeling and smelling and tasting the mighty 3252 up close was quite an experience. Just pure, concentrated passion. I can see how literally the 3252 willed some of those goals to happen. My favorite chant that I was a part of was Dale, 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 Black and Gold. Which was just fire when you're in it. I could see how this supporter section is unique to not only Los Angeles, but to the entire league.
We just had a moment of silence, and you will see in a moment a tifo honoring Mo Fascio, one of the founders and a vice president of the 3252, passed away last month after contracting COVID.
Being a part of the Mauricio Fascio tifo and tribute was a huge honor for me to be able to contribute my, artistic abilities to celebrate someone that meant so much to not only the 3252, but also just the LAFC family. community art where it's visible to the everyday person is so important to me because I believe that the arts should be accessible. So accessibility to the arts means everything to me. Los Angeles is a collection of neighborhoods, and through the creative process, through art, I'm able to connect these neighborhoods together. If you're from here and you're born and raised here, you know, you're all about Los Angeles. And if you came here from somewhere else and you're reinventing your life, you know, there's a little bit of Los Angeles in all of us.
I mean, wow, guys, what a feature. That must have been a crazy experience. I mean, you were there, Julio. Got to see the whole thing. I mean, Robert even did a portrait of you. Look at it.
Like, good-looking man.
Good-looking man.
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. You know, have him sitting in front of him for 15 minutes, him looking at your soul, literally. It's a very unique experience, and it doesn't happen just to anybody. So I was very proud to be part of that.
And did you also feel like the Mona Lisa?
Not really, but I look 10 years younger than what I am right now.
Ooh, I could use one of those too then. But thank you, Julio, so much. We look forward to the next chapter in El Barrio Angelino.
Y para toda la gente que sigue Wanted Football, queremos decirles que vamos a tener más contenido en español. Acompáñanos en Barrio Angelino.
Wow, thank you, Julio. And, you know, I know it's international break and all, but that hasn't stopped another pillar of the LAFC community.
Pillar? Wow.
Yes, pillar. I'm talking about the Max Bredos, who is here with another edition of Maxin Relaxin International Break Edition.
Well, I think I just wrapped out chilling here at home. 6, 7, 8 hours of World Cup qualifying all over the world. From an LAFC angle, our Brian Rodriguez started for Uruguay. Uruguay's going to the World Cup. Chiqui did not start for Ecuador. He was on the squad. Sifu didn't get called in, but maybe they do down the road. Ecuador is going to the World Cup. And Kim Moon-hwan, not brought in by South Korea, but South Korea is going to the World Cup. You know who else is going to the World Cup after missing it last time around? The United States. And it's a guy named Ricardo Pepi who is leading the way. 18-year-old from El Paso, Texas. El Paso is soccer crazy. And remember all those times here at the US saying, we've got to discover that next Latino player. He's there in Oxnard or Santa Ana or El Paso. Here he is. He's scored 3 goals in the last 2 games. He's been involved in the last 6 goals, which have changed the U.S.'s fortune. I'm very excited about Ricardo Pepi because if this was a normal circumstance, why aren't other 18-year-old center forwards doing it all over the world? Please find me another one. I'm going to go get my World Cup tickets. I know it's early. These Qatar hotel prices are through the roof.
Yeah, I miss Max.
You literally saw him last weekend. We did 2 Instagram lives with him.
Yeah, but that's not quality time, Vince.
The international break makes you so dramatic.
You're so dramatic.
All right, well, from one Ham and Max to another in Connor to one more in Eli with this week's edition of Lesser is More.
Heading into the season, I predicted the MLS Cup to be between the New England Revolution, a team blowing teams out in the East and marching their way to the Supporter Shield, and the Portland Timbers. I chose the Timbers because they are a team full of great veteran leadership with guys like Diego Valeri, Sebastian Blanco, and the Chara brothers, Diego and Jimmy. Plus, they won the MLS's back tournament. However, to start the season, the Timbers went through the worst thing in sports. And no, I'm not talking about fans that think they could do better, although that probably was the case. I'm talking about injuries. MLS's back tourney MVP Sebastian Blanco was recovering from a torn ACL, plus the team went through 5 keepers due to injuries, and most teams only have 3 or 4 on their rosters. Guys, my 2021 MLS Cup prediction looked 50% off, and usually I'd love that discount, but it ain't Black Friday. However, after their second defeat to bottom-dwelling Austin FC, the team turned it around. They've gone unbeaten in their last 8 matches, winning 7 of them, and have risen to a top 4 spot in the West. So how have they done it? First of all, their first-choice backline of Van Rankin, Mabiala, Zuparic, and Bravo has been stellar. Plus, having their starting goalkeeper Steve Clark back has definitely helped them keep the ball out of the onion bag. Do people still use onion bags? What the is an onion bag? But anyways, their goal scoring has blown up. No, I'm not trying to get your baby's attention. I just need to fill a puns quota. Anyways, here are Portland's key performers during their run. This front four has been lethal and should be feared come playoff time by the rest of MLS given the club's playoff history. Remember, they won the MLS Cup in 2015 and reached the final in 2018. Yeah, I could hear the groans all the way up the 5 freeway, Sounders fan. Seattle probably is the favorite to come out of the West, given they've reached 4 of the last 5 MLS Cup finals. However, anything could happen in the MLS Cup playoffs, and I think if anyone were to take down the Sounders in the West, it would be their Cascadian rivals down in Portland. And if it is Portland, I called it. Now I'm trying to get your baby's attention. Coochie coochie coo.
And that's a wrap. We've got another week to go before we seek revenge on San Jose and Connor, are you gonna be okay? Connor.
Dude, I think he's in a crisis state. We should restrain him for his own safety. I got an extra straitjacket in the car. I can go grab it.
The show's over. You can leave out. Connor!
I'll get the straitjacket. Yeah.
That's our show. See you guys next week. Connor?
You've reached Dr. Darby, football therapist. Please leave a message.
Hi, Dr. Darby. It's Connor. I just thought I'd call and let you know that I'm in a really dark place. I kind of need you. You know, and
You've reached Dr. Darby, football therapist. Please leave a message.
Yeah, hi, yeah, it's Connor. I think the last call kind of hung up. I don't know why. But like I was saying, I really need you. Really dark place. LAFC isn't doing so good, as you probably already know. You know, Vince. What?
You've reached Dr. Darby, football therapist. Please leave a message.
Hi, Dr. Darby. It's Connor. I called 2 times before. Yeah. I need you. Vince and Jay are acting unreasonable at this point, and I think I'm going to be losing it. You know, I don't know if I can do the show anymore. God damn it.
You've reached Dr. Darby, football therapist. Please leave a message.
Dr. Darby, it's Connor. I called you a couple times before. It hung up. I don't know why. Are you listening or something? Campbell's giving me a really hard time. I don't know why LAFC are losing. I need to win. Please. Okay, I'm just begging you at this point. I need you. I need your help. I need your
Hey, homie, are you a fan of 110 Football Show? Well, if you are, let us know. Hit that like and subscribe.